So everybody, welcome back to the Color Library. Today I'm going to talk about do a review of the UFC 299 card. Right, we'll start off early prelims, and then of course the main card. This card was absolutely stacked. It was amazing. Uh, let's do it. I'm just gonna talk about the fights that I first of all watched, and I think they are worth talking about. So okay, Rubens de Spain, the big boy, huge taekwondo Olympic debuted and finished it in 18 seconds. The first strike was a kick. He tripped because of this, and for a second I honestly thought that the miracle Parisian wanted it to happen, but it did not happen. And even without balance, he boxed the back foot and finished Josh, which is amazing because well, he kicking guy. He's from Taekwondo, and he did that with high level boxing, especially for heavyweight in MMA. Second important fight, Michel Pereira versus Michel Oleksiejczuk. Well, I think started really active. Michel Pereira started noticing some slight success with body strikes. Michel has a really good chin, but his body is under so resistance. So Pereira didn't want to start straight to the body. He landed a straight punch. It made a lot of damage. From that point on, Pereira had the opportunity to clinch up, knee to the body, and then finish up and rear naked choke that motherfucker. Third fight, Felipe Lins versus Ion Cutelaba. The big story of the fight was Lins' defense. He was most of the time on the back foot, almost always in the cage side or almost touching the cage side, but he could still not get hit that much. A good defense. Perhaps I would say defend yourself in other ways than just getting backed up. And in trades, they had mixed results, but Lins still edged a little bit in those exchanges. Uh, Isolated strikes. Kutarab didn't land much. Lins landed more. And I think that a key point was Lins grappling. He managed to be better in grappling, as well as striking, but like grappling was more obvious. He got two takedowns, and he got a deserved UD. Prelims: Pedro Munoz versus Kyler Phillips. Munoz showed an unbelievable chin and durability and heart, of course, but secondly, Kyler was a whole different level, and he's only 28. And after that performance, I could honestly see him being a top 5 contender, perhaps even a champion if he keeps improving in the next 3 or 4 years. Maybe work a little bit in grappling defense, but Kyler was in the zone. He was throwing from strike to strike, and it was piecing Munoz up. He landed twice as much significant strike as Pedro. Spinning kicks were amazing as well, masterclass. If Munoz was not so durable, Phillips would have finished, in my opinion. Uh, there, he had the advantage, which is grappling. Munoz did not capitalize well. Second fight of the prelims, Matheus Gamrot versus Rafael dos Anjos. This fight was disappointing to say the least. I was rooting for RDA, obviously. In the first round, RDA was amazing. He was outstriking, he was dominating in the striking department. He dropped Gamra, and he didn't even look like he had like all those like 20 years of experience and almost 40 years old. But Gamra needed to stink it up, made it boring, started to lay and praying on RDA, and just kind of doing this anti-game instead of doing his own game of trying to search for finishes or ground and pound. He was just focused on this anti-game of like, okay, my focus is to not allow RDA to do his best. That was the impression that I had. Uh, and honestly, I like RDA. He's good. He should be fighting more exciting guys, and he didn't even look like he came from BJJ. Uh, Horrible fight outside of round one due to Gamrot. I hate this guy. Uh, main event of the prelims: Curtis Blades versus Almeida. Uh, I'm also disappointed by Almeida because that fight in the last one against them, the last one were boring. He was just laying and praying, and he needs to look for finish more. He needs to work on his ground and pound, and he needs to be willing to strike at least a little bit more, stand more on the feet. He says he has a great boxing, which I kind of believe because he's from Bahia, and Bahia is a boxing state. It's like the only state that has a good boxing culture in Brazil. Uh, so first round, grappling domination and control from the Brazilian. Possible 10-8, of course, was 10-9 for Almeida. But the second round, he was trying the same, but the caveman caught him with an upper and wobbled him. Maldini did not stop. He was trying a single leg, but he stayed there hanging on the leg for 10 solid seconds. Like, I'm not kidding. He was holding the leg, which was nonsense because, Curtis the Caveman Blades was landing hammer fist after hammer fist. He landed like 10, 15 and got it done because Jailton had negative IQ and apparently he was not able to move. Apparently he forgot how to move backwards or angle in a different form, right? Uh, I think W for Blades. He managed to perform well in an important fight. He deserves a shot against the interim uncrowned champ Tom Aspinall, in my opinion. The main card was amazing as well. First fight on the main card, Piotr Jan versus Song Yedlong. Amazing fight, an even better moment in the decision. Really happy for it. And showed great striking in the pocket. Song was not too much behind it, honestly, but it was a war. The strike was the fight of it was the jab. It appeared to me that that was the fight that was the best use of the jab for both fighters. There were moments, I think if I'm not wrong, round two, uh, they were just exchanging jabs. The focus of the fight was boxing, but kicks were also unbelievable. Leg kicks, spinning back kicks, wheel kicks, great stuff. The best moment, round one, Song showed a great start, and usually Piotr is lower in the beginning. Song did not did Song did more damage in one this one, first one. Second round, Ian started to be more active, and it was kind of balanced, but in my opinion, he edged it out. He edged it out. In the third round, it was all or nothing. Decided they went for war. First 3 minutes were striking focused, both tired but still beautiful technique. Piotr secured the third round by getting a take down in the fourth minute, if I'm not wrong, and dominating there and landing some strikes in a striker battle. The grappling decided the fight. An amazing fight, possibly the fight of the night for me. Yeah, I think it was the fight of the night. I'm so happy for Ian, and he's coming back. And hope he has another title run. It would be amazing. I'm a huge fan of him. Future fight: Hubert Burns versus Jack Della Maddalena. In the beginning, I thought Burns would prove B2B too much, and in some moments he looked like it. But Burns was being careful. He was exchanging, but showing danger, even though like Jack Della Maddalena was the big guy on those strikes exchanges. But the secret weapon that's not really secret is Burns striking. Uh, Grappling, sorry. Burns was using his grappling really well, being able to mix it with striking, and besides being outstriked, he was edging it out, in my opinion. And at least until the second minute of the last round, where JDM was able to reverse position, get back up, and with a perfect timing, was able to drop Burns trying to go for a double leg. And with a razor sharp accuracy, had some amazing ground pound. In my opinion, the ref should have stopped it before. Burns took some unnecessary damage when he was clearly not showing defense, and well, especially for a guy that old and that experienced, that can be a problem. Uh, Almost in the co-main event, Kevin Holland versus Michael Rampage. And at first, I thought it would be a closer fight, but MVP dominated most of the fight. He was dictating the rhythm and distance, and of course, were moments where Holland was smart and was able to get some strikes. He was able to clinch and go to grappling, and since he has some really good BJJ. But most of the fight was MVP throwing those unbelievable, unpredictable strikes. His bleed straight punches, very classical karate stuff, were landing a lot and giving a lot of damage. Uh, it really seems like if Trailblazer did not have such a good chin, he would have just gone to sleep. Home event: Dustin Poirier versus Benoit Saint Denis. You can go for definitely counts with the diamond, honestly. And it seems like Poirier physically was more than Sanini's. Better durability and more power. Benoit had some good advantages when it comes to volume and speed, but the second round he was a bit tired as fuck. The fact that he had horrible defense and striking led him to his downfall. I know it's cool to watch, but that always forward, a lot of volume, no defense approach is usually not smart, especially against a guy like Poirier. Amazing KO, uh, back on the winning column for Poirier. Main event: Sugar Mali versus Malchito Vera. That was a double statement. First, how actually amazing Mali is and how much he's improving. He completely destroyed and dominated Cheeto, having almost 3 times more striking landed, perfect distance management, and amazing volume. His guesting got unbelievably better as well. I honestly thought that after like round 3 and 4, maybe like round 5, 4, maybe even 3, he will not be able to have some good performance because of his guesting. That showed not to be so good, but he showed that it's actually good now. The second statement is how Cheeto's durable. Mali is really powerful, even being that skinny, and was eating those shots like nothing. Even though every other bantamweight would have died after the specific knee, and Cheeto kept going. Uh, we're talking about a hollow, a Victoria level chin. Unbelievable. Every round, but the fourth was domination. No chance for Rivera. Fourth round, he had some good moments, but besides this, it was just sad for the Equatorian. Chile need to be more active in the fight and get a better defense. You can't just stand there and shell all the time, especially against a guy like O'Malley. He needs to try and go more forward. He needs to try to counter, to move more. He looked like a punching bag that was shelling up and not countering, not going forward with no good defense. And you're hearing this from a guy that was actually rooting for him. Masterclass domination and overall amazing card, possibly one of the best of all time, honestly. This is it for today. I'm releasing matchmaking tomorrow. See you guys soon. May God bless you all. Bye bye.